guys, welcome back to the Anchored Media channel. My name is Tatum Ayomike. I am the CEO and executive producer here at Anchored Media. This video, we're going to be talking about how long does it take to see podcast growth. Now, if you guys watched enough of our videos, you know my answer is always, it depends. Podcasting is a long game, but it doesn't take a long time to see results if done correctly. So many of our clients come to us and they see that 60, 70, 80, 90+% increase within the first 30 days. And we've taken shows that we've developed from scratch and launched, and they've seen chart topping success, income success within the first 30 days of launching. So if done correctly, you can see the growth that you want to see. But the first thing you need to do is define what growth means to you. Is your growth to increase listeners? Is your growth to convert your listeners to an email list? Is your growth to monetize the podcast? And I know you're probably saying all of them, but you have to define it so that you can create specific strategies and objectives around those goals. Now, if your goal is to increase listens, then here's where you need to really understand podcast marketing specifically. So podcasting is a search engine game. So making sure that you're creating show topics and titles and your metadata and your show notes and all of the words that accompany that audio, you want to make sure that they are using the same language, phrasing, and style of your specific target audience, so that when your audience is looking for that type of content, they're able to find you. So that's a huge thing that I want you to do if increasing listenership is your goal. Now, if your goal is to convert your listeners into email subscribers, now you first need to figure out, what am I going to offer them as an incentive to get onto my email list? So again, it goes back to understanding your audience. How can I provide them more value outside of the podcast? Is it a newsletter? Is it a free course? Is it a offer, a book, or a template? Whatever it may be, just make sure that it's free and that it's evergreen. That'll be my advice to you, is making sure that it's low risk and that it's relevant, whether somebody is listening today or 5 years from now. And lastly, if your goal is to monetize your podcast, first you have to understand how podcasts make money. Advertising and selling things to your audience. If monetizing is your goal, then your focus needs to be in creating the system that allows you to effectively do that. So having that offer on the show that then puts them into your funnel and making sure that you're nurturing them all the way to a sale. So that takes time, and that's work that's done off the microphone. But all of these things, if done correctly, you can see results within 30 days. When I first started my podcast, I monetized it within the first year. So that's a realistic goal. That I was starting out, I didn't have all the knowledge that I have right now. So I would say within the first year, if done correctly, you can monetize your show. Your listenership is something that you should be evaluating on a month after month basis. So we shouldn't get into month 6 and your listenership is at the same pace, right? You should be adding new marketing strategies and tracking the result. You should be testing things out and seeing what's working and what's not, so that you can do more of what's working and less of what's not. So if you are doing this effectively, then within that first year, you should start seeing that listenership increase. And then lastly, if your goal is to convert to email subscribers, you should be paying attention to things like the conversion rate. So people who click on the link and go to the landing page versus who actually submit their information. Because that may mean, oh, I need to make some tweaks to my landing page to get people to make that last step. Maybe I should change my offer up a little bit because people aren't responding to it. And so again, if you're doing it correctly, you can definitely see that happen within the first year. And if you're doing it with us, you can see it happen a lot faster. So if you want to work with us on any of the things that I discussed and just really see quicker results when it comes to increasing your listenership, building up your email list, and monetizing your platform, go to anchoredmedia.com/open house to learn about our Find Your Voice Academy retreat that is coming up very soon. We have a growth and a launch track. So one for those of you guys who haven't launched a show yet, but you want to do it right, or for those of you guys who have been podcasting and haven't seen the results that you want to see. We have 2 separate tracks that meets both of those needs. So again, anchoredmedia.com/open house, and the link is in the description. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when we post another video.